Pools, a game about pools, kind of.
Pools, the game, coming April 26th on Steam. Number one question, Adam.
Yes.
Why are we reviewing this game?
I don't know. But essentially, what Pools is a psychological horror with no horror.
It has nothing. This game has nothing.
Yeah, okay,
There's
but let me
nothing.
explain it. Let's kind of go into it. Let's pull up the trailer. And honestly, okay, I think this game is unique. How about that?
I'll do my best to explain what's happening in this trailer, but spoiler alert, guys, it's not much of anything.
But it's cool, Dave. Let me explain why when we go over this trailer real quick, okay? So
Okay.
Here's the trailer right about meow. And there we go. And go for it, Dave. Do your best to explain this game.
All right, guys. So right now, what we're doing is we are inside of an empty mall. And in the mall is a lot of ponds and pools and stuff like that. And there's some water slides. There's no people. There's no other people here. You're all alone. Right now, your character is walking through one of these pools. There's some rafts there. And then you just kind of get to the edge of the screen.
But if you're afraid of heights, come on. And then seeing stuff like that's scary. When you fall into the water and you just sink, come on. That's a little scary. Dave, that's scary.
Yeah, so now there's some houses in the water.
And it's like nighttime, it's dark, you can't see anything.
It's kind of dark, yeah. I mean, and now we're not even in a pool anymore. It just feels like the mall is kind of flooded.
Yeah.
This slide looks cool. There's a slide right here. This is where the trailer really got me, because once you go inside this slide, it's just kind of like a bunch of different shades of red floating around.
And then you splash into the bottom of the pool. Okay, so, I mean, there's really not much to say about what you're seeing in this game. I think this is going to be a game that you experience. Like, you can't describe what you're seeing and feeling in this game unless you're playing it.
I mean, I guess, but here's the thing, right? So, you know, like Adam said, is this a psychological horror? Because I'm not sure that it is.
Okay, so the way they describe this game in their description and everything like that is... Yes, this game doesn't have things chasing you. There's no jump scares, but what they're trying to like tug at with this game is essentially people's fears, and that I feel like that's kind of messed up. So what they're trying to like target is like having a fear of getting lost and the fear of darkness and like tight spaces, and then like isn't it like there's a fear of things that are overly big, like things like that is what they're trying to kind of tug at with this game. And I thought that was kind of cool.
Okay, here's the thing, right? If they did this game and they told us that there's nothing to be afraid of, but they lied and like you went through this area and there actually was something to be afraid of, then I would be like, okay, like I get it. But if you're telling me that there's no jump scares, nothing to run from, nothing that's going to happen, I don't know how I'm going to get scared playing this game, because I've lost that element of like of urgency. Like I've lost that element. Like I know nothing's going to happen, so I've lost the fear. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I think it's hard to explain why I thought this game looked cool. I think maybe it was just the fact that it has the photorealism to it. It has like the sound design's really cool. Like you can hear yourself walking through the water, the echo of the steps. It's like an eerie scary.
It's very, yeah, I mean, it's very eerie. There's like, and guys, if you're just listening and you didn't get to see the trailer, when I say that there's nothing, there is nothing. There's no interface.
There's water slides. There's water. There's lights. Okay.
No, but I mean in like terms of like actual game, game.
Okay,
There's no user interface. There's no dialogue amongst characters. There's no background music. Like there's no nothing. And like I get that they're trying to go for that eerie vibe. And if they were to say that like, like I said, if they were to say that there's nothing that's going to happen and then stuff does end up happening, I'd be like, oh, okay, I get it. Like it is actually scary, but I'm just kind of confused. I'm kind of confused. There's nothing to solve. Like there's I don't know. They say it's relaxing, but it's like actually kind of terrifying at the same time. So like I don't get what they're going for.
It's like one of those games that's a walking simulator.
Yeah, kind of.
Apparently, there is challenges like in your navigation. You have to use like navigation skills to kind of find your way through and things like that. There's no story, but there's 6 chapters in this game. And with the chapters, I think it's that what they said is like the world changes around you as you're going through the chapters and things like that. And each of these chapters takes 10 to 30 minutes. So if you're really good, it's going to take you 10 minutes. If it's not as good as I probably would be, it's going to take me 30 minutes.
So I mean, and don't get me wrong, guys. I'm not trying to crap on the game here. I think what they've done here is something that's very interesting and something
Mhm.
that I've never seen before. But I think the presentation is where they kind of went awry. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like I can't imagine that I'm alone, that I'm the only gamer that's kind of just confused and perplexed by this whole thing.
I think what it probably is maybe they shouldn't describe it as a horror game, but more as like a puzzle game. Like it's a puzzle game that is eerie. You know what I mean? With like trying to figure out where like a navigational puzzle game with eerie elements.
I mean, that's probably closer. I think it's really hard to kind of categorize it into any style of game, right? Because there's so little aspects of each thing that it's like if you tell somebody that this is going to be like a survival horror, they're gonna be disappointed because it's not even close to that. If you tell somebody that this is gonna be like a puzzle platformer, they're gonna be disappointed because it's not even close to that. Like if you tell people that this is just gonna be like some type of simulation game, like they're gonna be disappointed because it's not close to a simulation game either. It's just kind of like it has little pieces and chunks of everything, but it's not really like diving for lack of better words, Pools is not really diving into any very specific genre. I don't know how to class it. Like how do you classify this game is the question.
How about a maze game?
I don't think it's a maze game because they said you don't have very much to solve.
You could play. It's a navigational thing where you have to find out where you're going and like keep track of that.
But the devs have said that there's very few things to solve in this game. It's not like you're going to be challenged. Like
I don't know, Dave. I just
Yeah,
thought it looked cool.
it's tough. No, it's a very
Yeah.
interesting game. Like I'm glad you brought it up because I definitely like have things to say about it and I have questions about it. So yeah, I just like
Okay.
no.
But
Wait,
okay,
okay.
one thing. Okay, did you think that the sound design and just like the photorealism is pretty cool?
I think the photorealism is really cool. I think the sound design is good too. Also the water, the water animation. Yeah, the water like the mechanics and animations of the water and everything look really, really good. I think that you know what this really comes down to? Price point. How much would you
Oh
pay to
yeah,
how much would
10
you
bucks,
pay?
10,
10
15.
bu- $10?
Yeah,
I think for $10 to experience it, I think you're fine.
especially like it's not supposed to be a very long game. I don't know. I thought it just looked interesting to me. I know it's kind of unique, definitely very unique in terms of like what it's bringing to the table. There is a demo. I didn't get a chance to play it. I really wanted to, but I wasn't able to download it and play it. So if you want to check out the demo, there is one available. This game is coming out, I think, fairly soon. It doesn't have a date yet.
April
Oh no, yeah, sorry,
26th.
it does. It's coming out next week. So by the time this episode, yeah, next week it'll be out. So very soon. There's no price point on it on the website or on Steam. So, and this game is made by Tensori.
Believe a small dev, right? We love our small devs here. Again, guys, I'm not crapping on the game. I'm not crapping on. I just had questions.
I think what they're trying to do is essentially they're trying to tug at people's fears. But if you're truly like have a phobia or a fear or something, you're not going to play a game that's going to put you in that phobia.
Probably not. No,
Like if there was or frogs in this, I would not be playing it.
I hate snakes. I'm not playing Anaconda. I'm not playing that. I'm not playing that game.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, if that's what they're trying to go for is like get people to, like overcome their fears, I think this is the wrong way to do it. This would be a really cool game in VR to kind of like with the way the sound is and the animations. If this is a VR game, that'd be really cool.
I think a VR experience makes a lot more sense to me. That's what it feels like. It feels like a simulation. Like the same thing as like the roller coaster, VR games and stuff like that. It feels like you need to be just kind of in this. You know what I mean? That's what it feels like to me.
I agree. But anyway, I thought it looked interesting. I know it's not the most like beautiful out there game. I just thought it looked cool, and it's got a sideways thumb for me.
I'm gonna play the demo. I'm intrigued enough to play the demo. I'm gonna
Yeah,
see
definitely, yeah.
what this is about. So yeah. As of right now, I mean, small dev. As you know, we love our small dev. So I'm gonna give a sideways thumb too. Let me play a demo. See what it's really all about. Game creativity gets a thumbs up.
Oh, for sure.
Presentation, marketing
Sorry.
team gets a thumbs down.
Yeah.